shocked silence as everyone goes, fuck me, that's bleak. The book is not this bleak, everyone. The book is not this bleak.
Well, actually, on that though, the book really is not. I stopped reading the book at one point, right, which sounds bad, but so there's a whole section talking about like, how do we fucking do this shit? Like, how do we actually fucking begin to build the system that works? And obviously, the way that you do that is by figuring out, well, what do you need? What do you actually need this for? And the democratization of it, and the fact that you need like every level of stakeholder to be brought into this. Yeah. Like there's a section where you talk about like the need for local government to be involved and everything else, you know, all the way up to national government and a centralized thing, and it all has to work together into one beautiful system that supports each level. And the thing that got me there was the disenfranchisement. So people don't give a fuck about the local mayoral election or the local council or whatever. Yeah. Maybe they do it with the council because British people are weird and they love to moan about the bins or whatever. But
but they love to moan about
narrow
the bins,
little fucking window.
Yeah, but they don't come out to vote about the bins. I think in general they don't, unless the council elections like massively coincide with something else. That's it.
Yeah, and like it's what we always say. Like whenever there's a fucking weird shock result, they go, "Well, we didn't understand the local issue." Shut up. But that kind of stuff, like to get buy-in on that and to give people an actual public transport that they can be involved in by democratizing it. Because like I remember the orange and black livery on everything, like all the fucking the buses, the trains, all that shit, like lovely stuff. Bring it back, return, etc. But the fact that there was a Strathclyde passenger transport like executive that actually worked on that kind of stuff is still something that sticks with me to this day, even though it's been completely gone and destroyed by ScotRail since whatever fucking year that
ScotRail and by bus deregulation in the 80s, absolutely, yeah. Funnily enough, I just wrote a piece about Glasgow's transport. Anyway, I digress. But
my point was though that I stopped reading the book at this point because it made me go, fuck, I remember there was that plan, and I went away and I ended up fucking reading the Connectivity Commission report for Glasgow about what they intend to do to start expanding it out into a proper metro, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then I realised, fuck, I'm supposed to be reading the book, and I had to go back. but it was that idea. It gave me a bit of fucking hope about the fact that, you know, these kind of things are doable and that there are still some
and it doesn't
fucking
require,
things
it doesn't require some
through.
magic. There's not like a political MacGuffin here. Like I haven't said but I've assumed magically that this thing will happen. Like it's not. It's like you start with the stone, and then the block, and then the wall, and then you kind of keep going like that. Like so, you kind of touch on a key point, which is this book is actually not a book about railways. Believe it or not, it's a book about political philosophy. It's a book about the reason why I say railways will fix the future is because I'm saying that railways are the key tool to unlock that connection between local and national and pan-national. Like, it's the way to join those dots. It's a way to reinvigorate local democracy, which is a thing that is like the only way that we reverse the populism that we're seeing in the UK right now, and the same in other countries, is by massively pumping up local government so that people feel represented, so they feel like their personal problems are getting fixed. That means more local authority, more council, more city regional authorities, and it means completely rebalancing that. And I talk about how you think about this in a railway sense in the book, but it kind of as an analogy for like wider policy. Yes, it's a book about railways, but it's bigger than that. It's a book about using railways as a little bit as a lens through which to view kind of all policy domains and think about, well, how do you decide at what level we should have this policy being decided? Should this be at national level, or is this more useful at a local level, or perhaps at a pan-national level?